Before you purchase anything, ask yourself these 7 questions. Welcome to my channel. This is Venky Vibes channel. Please remember to subscribe, comment and like our videos. This will help our channel grow and it will make our videos be exposed to many people. Welcome. These are 7 kicker questions that I found myself asking before I could purchase anything, and actually it has saved me a lot. First and foremost, do I really need it or do I just want it? Most of the people purchase things because they just want it and they forget to ask the main point, which is, do I need this thing? Anytime you want to purchase anything, sit down, ask yourself, do I really need it? Will it be useful to me, or do I just have that desire to have it? Is it really a need to me? There are needs and there are wants. Needs are things that we can't do without, while wants are things that we can live without. So, does this thing really, do I really need it? Do I really need it? Or do I just want it for luxury? Just to have it? Do I really need this thing? That's the first question you should always ask yourself. The second question that you should ask yourself is, can I afford it with cash? Can you really afford this thing with the cash that you have? Or do you need to take maybe a loan, or do you maybe need your card, or do you actually need to get into your maybe emergency fund to get this money and get it? Or can I afford it at this very moment with the cash that I have? The moment you ask yourself these questions, it sends you back to your budget. And in your budget, was it really planned? No. You never planned for this in your budget. And if the cash that you have, the petty cash, I'm talking about the petty cash that you keep, can't afford it and it wasn't in your budget, then let it wait. Before you get yourself into debts that you are not really ready for and prepared for. Sometimes we purchase things with our credit card. You just need to swipe. And when you are swiping, you never sit down to think. But immediately sit down and ask yourself, can the cash that I have pay for this? If it can, and it's necessary, please, you can get it. But if the cash that you don't have, that you have, is not enough to get that thing that you need to buy, please sit down and ask yourself, do I really have to get into a debt because of this thing? That is the second question that you should ask yourself. The third question is will I use it in the months to come, or is it just one-time thing? Is this thing something that I will use for maybe some good time, or will I just use it and then it doesn't make any sense to me anymore? Do you know what when you ask yourself this question, you'll avoid buying a lot of useless things in life, because some people find themselves buying things that are not even important to them. They will only use it once, and then you don't have anywhere to use it again. Like, for example, you are invited for a party and you go buying certain clothes which you can only wear for that one event. Is it really necessary for you to go that overboard to get that costume, which will only take you one event, and there is no other event that you'll use it for? Please think before you get that thing. That's the third question that you should ask yourself. The fourth question that you should ask yourself is, what problem does this purchase solve in my life, in my budget? in your budget, there are things that you need to really handle. But when you don't sit down to think before purchasing anything, you find yourself that you never solved any problem. You never solved any issue in your life. You just got this thing for the sake of having it, which is not a very good thing. When you sit down to ask yourself, what problem does me buying, for example, this phone help me solve? You'll have to think, does it really solve is it solving anything? There are things that come to our lives to solve problems. Like, for example, let me use myself as an example. If I decide to get a car today, what problem does that car help me solve? Does it help me get to work faster, maneuver well, or is it just for luxury? Am I just buying it because I need it? You sit down and ask yourself whatever problem that thing is solving in your life. And when you sit down to see what kind of problem it is solving, then you will find yourself making the right decision, whether to purchase it or not to purchase it. And this will save you a lot. Then the fifth question is, can it wait for 48 hours and I still need it? Can that thing that you really want to get to buy that moment wait for 48 hours and you still need it? If it can wait for 48 hours and you find yourself still in need of that thing, then go ahead and get it. But if it cannot wait for 48, but if you wait for 48 hours and you find out that the desire for having that thing has expired, then it wasn't important to you. So that is the fifth question that you should ask yourself. And then the sixth question, the sixth question that you should ask yourself is, will this purchase bring me closer to my goals? Each and every new year, we sit down and put goals down, and we have long-term goals, we have short-term goals. It all depends on the kind of goals that you have. So every purchase in your life should bring you closer to your goals. Did I have a goal of maybe getting a car this year? If yes, then, and if you can afford it, go for it. But if it was not in your goals, first, before you get that thing that was not in your goals, please go back to your goals. Check which goal can be solved before this. And if there is a goal that you need to solve before purchasing whatever you want to purchase, please handle it first. Then you can go for the other thing. And the last question that you should ask yourself is, where will I keep this thing after using it? Space. Most of us find our house is so cluttered with things that are not even necessary. And what does this do to you? It starts disturbing your peace. You don't have peace because there's clutter in your house. You do not even know why you purchased it. You start asking yourselves, and this distracts your daily life. So you need to ask yourself, where will I put this? If they are clothes, does my wardrobe really need a lot of clutter? Just put whatever you need. Get whatever you need. If there is no space for you for storing it after its use, you really don't have to get it. Thank you. Those are the 7 points that I wanted to share with you. Money management, by the way, money management is saying no to now, so that you can say yes to bigger goals tomorrow. Thank you for watching this Vengi Vibes channel. Please do go to subscribe, comment, like, and share our videos to your friends. Thank you for watching. As always, yours truly, Vengi.